Hello everyone, this is Tim from TribeFan879, and this is Tribe Week in Simulation Baseball. Today we'll be going over offline games against the New York Yankees and 2 games against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The opening game of the Yankees series was Jake Westbrook against Chase Wright, and the Indians get off to an early lead. Leadoff batter Grady Sizemore rips a home run, and then after a Jason Michaels single, Travis Hafner with the 2-run homer, and the Indians get out to an early 3-0 lead. The Yankees would cut into this lead in the bottom half of the second. One out double by Jason Giambi, and then Robinson Cano with the single moves Giambi to third, and then Melky Cabrera with an RBI single gets the Yankees to within 3-1. But the Indians come back with 2 more in the top of the third. Jason Michaels reaches on a fielder's choice, and then Travis Hafner with his second 2-run homer of the game gives the Indians a 5-1 lead, but that would not last. We go to the bottom of the third. After an error by Ryan Garco, Johnny Damon reaches, and then Derek Jeter moves him to third with a single, and then Bobby Abreu with an RBI single brings in Johnny Damon, and then Jason Giambi walks to load the bases. And then Jorge Posada with an RBI groundout brings in Jeter. And Robinson Cano with an RBI single brings in Abreu. And then Melky Cabrera with another RBI single brings in Giambi. 5-5 after 3. But the Indians get right back into it in the fourth. Josh Barfield leadoff single. Andy Marte walks to put runners on first and second. And then they move to second and third. And Jason Michaels with a sacrifice fly brings in Barfield, and it's now 6-5. Yankees go ahead in the bottom of the sixth. This is with Fernando Cabrera pitching. Leadoff walk to Doug Mankiewicz, and then Johnny Damon with a 2-run homer makes it 7-6. But the Indians tie the game in the top of the seventh. 1-out solo home run by Victor Martinez. And that ties the game at 7, but that would not last. Go to the bottom of the seventh. Leadoff walk to Jason Giambi. This is Fernando Cabrera's second inning of work. And then Robinson Cano with a 2-run homer. And that puts the Yankees ahead 9-6. Or 9-7. That should be 10-8. Sorry, 1 second here. All right, 9-7. The Indians try to come back. Johnny in the eighth. Johnny Peralta with a leadoff double. And this is with Mike Myers. That's it. Yeah, Mike Myers, the ex-White Sox pitcher, gives up a leadoff double to Johnny Peralta. He goes to third on a ground out, and then scores on the Grady Sizemore single. That made it 9-8. The Yankees added a bonus run in the bottom of the eighth. This is with Aaron Foltz pitching. Leadoff walk to Jeter, and then Grady Sizemore boots a ball, 2-base error. And then Alex Rodriguez and Jason Giambi walk to bring in Jeter. And that was the end of the scoring for the Yankees. Mariano Rivera pitches a scoreless ninth, and the Yankees win 10-8. Fernando Cabrera will get the loss. He gave up 4 runs in an inning and 2/3. Ouch. All right, so Game 2 was played on the channel of this series. That was Kei Igawa and Jeremy Sowers. Watch that if you will. All right, in Game 3 of this series was the pitcher formerly known as Fausto Carmona and Darryl Rasner. And once again, the Indians get out to an early lead. David DeLucci reached on a Robinson Cano error. Travis Hafner moved him to third on a single. And then an RBI double by Victor Martinez scores DeLucci. And Ryan Garco with an RBI double scores Hafner and Martinez. And it's quickly 3-0. The Indians would hold this until the bottom of the third. Melky Cabrera leadoff single, goes to second on a walk. Mankiewicz is erased on a fielder's choice by Will Nieves, and then RBI double by Johnny Damon scores Cabrera. And then after Derek Jeter was hit by a pitch to load the bases, Bobby Abreu walks and scores Nieves, and it's 3-2. And then the Yankees would tie the game in the bottom of the sixth, all with 2 outs. Melky Cabrera singles, and then Doug Minkiewicz singles him to third. And then Will Nieves with an RBI double, but Minkiewicz, trying to score from first, is thrown out at the plate. However, the Yankees have tied the game at 3, but the Indians would come back in the top of the 8th. This is off of Scott Proctor. One out, a leadoff double by Victor Martinez, goes to third on goes to second. No, it stays at first on a walk, and then Casey Blake with a sacrifice bunt, and Johnny Peralta with the sacrifice fly puts the Indians ahead 4-3, but that would not last. We go to the bottom of the 8th after Tom Mastny gets his batter. We go to Aaron Fultz for a matchup, and Jason Giambi hit the ball real hard. Home run for Giambi. Robinson Cano follows with a double and gets brought home by Doug Minkiewicz. The Yankees lead 5-4, and that lead would stand as Mariano Rivera pitches a 1-2-3 ninth. Proctor gets the win, Rivera gets the save, and Aaron Fultz gets the loss for that one. All right, then we lead off for the game that kind of reminded me of my 2018 Colorado Rockies replay. The Indians started their 3-game set against the Tampa Bay then Devil Rays. CC Sabathia against Edwin Jackson. Yes, the well-traveled Edwin Jackson. Once again, the Indians like to get off early in these games, but can't quite finish them. Grady Sizemore with the leadoff triple. David DeLucci walks, and Travis Hafner with an RBI single brings home Sizemore. 1-0 Indians. 2 batters later, after Victor Martinez hits into a double play, moving DeLucci to third. Trot Nixon with an RBI double. 2-0 Indians, but the lead would last until the bottom of the third, when Johnny Gomes with a 1-out single and B.J. Upton with a 2-run homer ties the game at 2. So we move to the top of the 5th. After Travis Hafner hits into a fielder's choice, Victor Martinez with a 2-run homer puts the Indians ahead 4-2. And then the disastrous bottom of the 7th. So Sabathia comes out, gives up the leadoff single to Delman Young, and then Akinori Iwamura with a double brings home, or puts runners on second and third. And then Deanna Navarro with a walk loads the bases. This is Roberto Hernandez, the former White Sox closer, comes in, gets the next 2 guys, but then Rocco Baldelli with a grand slam and puts the Devil Rays ahead 6-4. The next 2 walked, and we bring in Jason Davis. He was not much help either. He loads the bases. And then Delman Young with a 2-run single, and Akinori Iwamura with another single brings home Ty Wigginton. 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th gives the Devil Rays a 9-4 lead. Miraculously, the Indians would tie the game in the next half inning. This is with Roddy Lugo pitching. Walks Johnny Peralta, who is pinch hitting for the Indians. They almost thought the game was over. And then Josh Barfield with a double puts runners on second and third. After Ryan Garco Andy Marte would stay in the game. He would walk. After a Grady Sizemore strikeout, David DeLucci with a 2-run single, scoring Peralta and Barfield. And then after then they brought in Gary Glover. He walks Travis Hafner, and Victor Martinez with a double scores DeLucci and Marte. And then after a B.J. Upton error, Travis Hafner would score and Martinez would go to third, but Casey Blake grounds into a double play to end the inning. But the Indians would tie the game at 9. They brought in Rafael Betancourt Actually, yeah, they did for the bottom of the eighth, and the usually reliable Betancourt was not so reliable. Back-to-back singles by Johnny Gomes and B.J. Upton puts runners on the corners. They hit Rocco Baldelli, and then they brought the infield in. They get Brendan Harris to ground into a fielder's choice. They got Gomes at home. But Carl Crawford with a bases-clearing triple puts the Rays ahead 12-10, or 12-9, sorry. And then Ty Wigginton with a sacrifice fly brings home Crawford. That made it 13-9. Sean Kemp came in, or not Sean Camp came in the ninth. Leadoff single for Peralta. Josh Barfield follows with a single. They bring in Ryan Garco to pinch hit, and he grounds into a double play, but the run scores. That makes it 13-10. Grady Sizemore follows with a double, but David DeLucci grounds out with Reyes coming in to get the save. 13-10 is your final. Roberto Hernandez gets the loss. Actually, he wouldn't. That'd be Rafael Betancourt would get the loss because the game was tied going into the bottom of the eighth. So Betancourt gets the loss. Let's see here. And then it would be Gary Glover would actually get the win because he pitched the final out of the eighth. And Reyes will get the save. And then game 2 of the series, this is kind of maybe where it might start to turn around. We'll see. Paul Bird versus Jake So. And the Indians get off to an early lead. Once again, leadoff triple for Grady Sizemore, and David DeLucci brings them home with a sacrifice fly. 1-0 Indians, and they would add to the lead in the 4th inning. Victor Martinez with a leadoff homer. Trent Nixon with a double to follow, and after Johnny Peralta struck out, Kelly Shopik with a 2-run homer. 4-0 Indians, and Paul Bird pitched a masterpiece. Well, except for the hiccup in the 8th inning where Akinori Iwamura hits a solo home run. And then Bird tried to complete the game, but a leadoff single by Josh Paul in the bottom of the 9th, and he gets pulled. And Joe Borowski, they had runners on first and third with 1 out, but Carl Crawford flew out and Ty Wigginton struck out to end the game. Bird pitched 8 innings, striking out 6 and only walking 1, giving up 1 earned. Gets the win. Borowski gets the save, and Jake So gets the loss. All right, the last game was actually played on the channel. If you would like to watch it, go for it. And now, I'll try to move this up a little bit. All right, here are the standings as of April 22nd, 2007 in Simulation Land. You'll see the Mets lead the NL East. The Cubs lead the NL Central by a half a game over the Astros and 1 game over the Brewers. And in the NL West, the Dodgers so far have a surprising 2-game lead over the San Diego Padres. All right, flip it over for the American League. And the Red Sox are out to a great start at 14-3. They are 3.5 games up on the Blue Jays and 3 games. Actually, that should be the other way around. The Yankees are 3 games back, and the Blue Jays are 3.5 back. The White Sox have a looks like 4+ game lead against the Twins and Royals. The Indians are at 5-10 in 4th place. And then in the AL West, the A's have the lead in the division with a 500 record. So, all right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit the like button. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified of any new videos. Oh, before I go, the next games on the channel, I promise I said I'd do the Mike McCormick games after the Indian series. However, they have 2 2-game series against the Twins and the Rangers. I will play them all. Let's see. So we have Carlos Silva pitching for the Twins against, let me see if I can get the matchups here. Hold on for 1 second. I'll give you the matchups. All right. So to give you the matchups, it's Jeremy Sowers against Carlos Silva. in Game 1 of the Twin Series. And then in Game 2, it's Fausto Carmona against Johan Santana for the 2-game series against the Twins. And the 2-game series against the Rangers, it's Vicente Padilla against CC Sabathia. And in the second game, it is... Not that one. It is Cameron Lowe for the Rangers and Paul Bird for the Indians. So all 4 of those games will be played on the channel. Then we'll continue with the Mike McCormick replay. We'll have a rematch of an earlier game between McCormick and Mike Cuellar. That should be a good one again. All right, everybody, thank you for watching again. Please hit the subscribe button. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.